గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఈరోజు మనము బీఏ సెకండ్ ఇయర్ ఫోర్త్ సెమ్కి సంబంధించిన ఎకనామిక్స్ సిలబస్ సంబంధించిన పబ్లిక్ ఫినాన్స్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ ఎకనామిక్స్ సబ్జెక్ట్కి సంబంధించిన కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మానిటరీ ఫండ్, అంతర్జాతీయ ద్రవ్యనిధి సంస్థ గురించి, ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మానిటరీ ఫండ్ అండ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మానిటరీ ఫండ్, how to establish the international monetary fund, to discuss detail in this class. The international monetary fund was established along with the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, also known as World Bank, at the conference of 44 nations held at Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, USA in July 1944. It was created to promote international monetary cooperation, to facilitate the expansion and balanced growth of international trade, to promote exchange stability, to assist in the establishment of multilateral system of payments, to make its general resources temporarily available to its members experiencing balance of payments difficulties under adequate safeguards, and to shorten the duration and lessen the degree of disequilibrium in the international balance of payments of members. The Articles of Agreement of International Monetary Fund came into force on December 27, 1945. IMF is the principal international monetary institution established to promote a cooperative and stable global monetary framework. At present, 189 nations are members of the International Monetary Fund. Becomes 189th member of IMF. Since the IMF established, its purpose have remained unchanged, but its operation, which involve surveillance, financial assistance and technical assistance, have developed to meet the changing needs of its member countries in evolving world economy. India is a founder member of the ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మానిటరీ ఫండ్. అంటే ఇంటర్నేషనల్ అంతర్జాతీయ ద్రవ్యనిధి సంస్థ. ఇది 1947 నుంచి తన కార్యకలాపాలు ప్రారంభిస్తుంది. ఇది ముఖ్యంగా అంతర్జాతీయ వ్యాపారంలో, అంటే సభ్యత్వ దేశాలకి ఏ దేశమైతే బ్యాలెన్స్ ఆఫ్ పేమెంట్స్ క్రైసిస్లో ఉంటుంది, వ్యాపార చెల్లింపుల దేశంలో ఏదైతే ఎక్కువ సమస్యను ఎదుర్కొంటుందో దాన్ని సర్దుబాటు చేసేందుకు సహాయం చేస్తుంది అంతర్జాతీయంగా. అందుకే ఫైనాన్షియల్ టు అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్, బ్యాలెన్స్ ఆఫ్ పేమెంట్స్ ఏమన్నా వచ్చేసి దాని విధంగా దీంట్లో ఐఎంఎఫ్ మెయిన్ విధి అన్నమాట. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మానిటరీ ఫండ్? To promote international monetary cooperation through a permanent institution which provides the machinery for consultation and collaboration on international monetary problems, to facilitate the expansion and balanced growth of international trade, and to contribute thereby to the promotion and maintenance of high levels of employment and real income, and to the development of the productive resources of all members as the primary objectives of the economic policy, to promote stability, to maintain orderly exchange arrangements among members, and to avoid competitive exchange depreciation, to give confidence to members by making the general resources of the IMF temporarily available to them under adequate safeguards, thus providing them with opportunity to correct maladjustment in their balance of payments without resorting to the measures destructive of national or international prosperity, and to shorten the duration and lessen the degree of disequilibrium in the international balance of payments of members. This mandate gives the IMF its unique character as an international monetary institution with broad oversight responsibilities for the orderly functioning and development of the international monetary and financial system. International Monetary Fund and globalization. The globalization encompasses the three institutions: global financial markets and transnational companies. National governments linked each other, economic and military alliances led by the United States, and rising global governments such as World Trade Organization, IMF, and World Bank. Charles Derber argues this book, Peoples Before Profit, the interacting institution create a new global power system where sovereignty is globalized, taking power and constitutional authority away from nations and giving it to global market and international bodies. Argues Alexander argues that the system institutionalized global inequality between Western countries and the majority world in a form of global apartheid in which IMF is a key pillar. The establishment of globalized economic institution has been both a symptom of and a stimulus of globalization. The development of the World Bank, the IMF, regional development such as European Bank of Reconstruction and Development EBRD, and multilateral trade institutions such as the World Trade Organization signals to move away from the dominance of the state as the primary sector analyzed in international affairs. The globalization has thus been transformative in terms of a reconceptualizing of state sovereignty. Following United States President Bill Clinton administration's aggressive financial deregulation campaign in the 1990s, globalization leaders overturned long-standing restrictions by governments that limited foreign ownership of their banks, deregulated currency exchange, and eliminated restrictions on how quickly money could be withdrawn by foreign investors. Now, the discuss about objectives of IMF. అంతర్జాతీయ ద్రవ్యనిధి సంస్థ లక్ష్యాల గురించి ఇప్పుడు తెలుసుకున్నాం. According to Article of Agreement of IMF, the main objectives are to promote international monetary cooperation, to ensure balanced international trade, to ensure exchange rate stability, to eliminate or to minimize exchange restriction by promoting the system of multilateral payment, to grant economic assistance to member countries for eliminating the adverse imbalance in balance of payments, to minimize imbalances in quantum and duration international trade. Once to repeat and memorize the objectives of IMF: to promote international monetary cooperation, to ensure balanced international trade, to ensure exchange rate stability, to eliminate or to minimize exchange restrictions by promoting the system of multilateral payment, to grant economic assistance to member countries for eliminating the adverse imbalance in balance of payments, to minimize imbalance in quantum or duration of international trade. The constitutional membership and capital of IMF by a board of governors. Each member of country nominate a governor. All the nominated governors make a board of governors. Each controlled and managed country also nominates an alternative governor who casts his vote in the absence of the governor. Each governor is allotted a number of votes which is determined by the to the respective quota allotted country in the capital of International Monetary Fund. Each governor has got the right of 250 votes on the basis of the membership and one additional vote for each. Special drawing rights 1 lakh of quota. The addition of these two types of votes become the actual voting right of the member of the country has been increased from 2.44% to 44% to 7% voting share of India has been increased from 2-34% to 2.6. For the first time, 4 emerging market countries BRIC, Brazil, Russia, India and China will be among the 10 largest members of IMF. Emerging market countries and BRIC, the Brazil, Russia and India and China, they will be among the 10 largest members of the International Monetary Fund. It is clearly indicates that the voting right depends on the quantum of quota of a particular country with IMF. That is a reason why the rich and industrialized countries got the higher voting right due to their higher quotas with the IMF. The main source of IMF resources is the quotas allotted to member countries. Till 1971, all the amounts of quotas and the assistance provided were denominated in US dollar. But since December 1970, all the quotas and transaction of IMF are expressed in special drawing right, which is also known as paper gold. In 1971, 1 SDR was assumed as equivalent to $1, but due to subsequent decline the dollar value, SDR became the equivalent to 1-3527 on January 12, 2017. IMF Executive Board decided the November 30 that Chinese currency renminbi will be freely usable currency and will be included in the SDR basket as the fifth currency along with the US dollar, the euro, the Japanese yen and the British pound. It has become effective since October 1st, 2016. So at the present value of SDR is being determined by the basket of 5 currencies. Consequently, the revised special drawing rights basket will be based on the following weights. The weights in SDR basket are based on the value of its exports, the amount of reserves denominated in the respective currencies that were held by other monetary authorities, foreign exchange, turnover and international bank liabilities and international debit securities denominated in the respective currencies. The IMF's financial year is from May 1st to April 30. IMF lends to various members country in the form of various facilities: extended fund facility, standby facility, contingent credit lines, compensatory facility, etc. designed to serve specific purpose but essentially aim to balance